All right, I
What's
just
up,
started
buddy?
recording. Let me give one more message to my children to please keep it down, and then we'll start.
Okay.
All right, what's up, Cromander? How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How you doing?
Good, just chilling back, enjoying my Sunday. I'm super happy that you guys were available to do this AMA, and I appreciate you guys coming through. So we got Chucky in here. He's the co-host of the show, and we're going to just kind of chop it up, kick it back, and just let you start off with just something simple. Just kind of just tell us about where Baby Croge came from, where the idea came from. Let us know what exactly the token does. Just give us, pretty much a breakdown of everything for people that maybe haven't even heard of it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I mean, Baby Croge just started off the hype of Croge. Pretty sure that everybody who's invested in Baby Croge also invested in Croge, and I think the night that the night that Croge launched, God was in one of the random Cronos lounges and just said, "Hey, somebody launched Baby Croge," right? Well, basically, me and a couple other people saw that and we're like, "All right, let's do it." And within the next 12 hours, we had basically gotten this all started and going, and so it kind of just started off that principle and was just, kind of a creative way for us all to get more Croge, right? Like we're all invested in Croge and think it's to be really successful. Why not make a token that rewards in it? And then it just kind of grew, beyond that, right? It kind of we're starting to take that from like like a meme or like a reward token to kind of something more, and we're just trying to build some utility around it and stuff like that, like we have with like staking and NFTs. Um, as the community around us has really started to grow, our ability to do more things has grown too. And I think that's like a problem that a lot of other tokens have, is that they just lack the support of the community to, really thrive. And that's why they fail. And that's probably why we're continuing to go on, is just, it's just our ability to, just keep developing and whatnot. And, we have a game coming up too, which would be pretty cool. Just kind of keep growing and, create a usefulness for the token rather than just being a rewards token, rather than just being something that rewards in Croge, right? We could be something that has a practical use and also rewards in Croge.
I mean, it's a pretty badass project if you ask me. I mean, you look at other projects like, you got Dogecoin, and then of course they had like the baby Dogecoin come out, and it did absolutely nuts in numbers. In my opinion, Croge is going to be the biggest project ever to come out of Crow. So y'all kind of capitalized on a really good opportunity. If you ask me, it was super brilliant to do that. I think a lot of people would have, probably postponed that, but it's the smarter people always come up with the ideas whenever it's critical, and I feel like that's what you guys did. It was a great move. So let me ask you this: so Baby Croge, it pays rewards, correct?
That is correct. We pay for rewards in Croge.
How does that work? Is it just something you just, so if I were to go buy Baby Croge and I were to add it to my wallet, say if I bought $100 worth, how do you collect the rewards? Is it just automatic, or is it something that you have to collect?
Well, they're both. Basically, they are automatic, but there is the option to collect through our D app that we created, like a manual claim D app. But nonetheless, though, they're basically when you buy, there's a tax assessed to the transaction. That goes to pay for rewards, it goes to pay for marketing and other things like that. And 6% of all the baby Croge that you buy essentially goes to the reward pool. The contract will eventually sell that baby Croge, buy Croge, and then distribute it evenly across to all the holders.
Gotcha. So it's something that's set up to where, like, if people come in and invest, there's a certain percent that's taken out for the diamond hand holders, and basically they get rewarded, and basically the biggest coin in the entire network. Am I correct?
Yeah, pretty much. You just all you have to do is just hold and forget about it, and you'll keep getting Croge, and hopefully your value of baby Croge keeps going up too.
Hell yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, okay, so let me ask you this. I don't know. I'm kind of a little bit all over the place. I've been busy, but I do think I recall seeing something about staking or something of that nature. Am I hitting it correct, or?
Yeah, definitely. Part of the utility we started creating for Baby Croge is what we call the Baby Croge Bank, and basically it's a staking D app where we can kind of partner with other communities in Cronos and kind of help support them and provide additional rewards to our holders, right? Our holders can then stake their Baby Croge, right, and earn some other type of token depending on what we provide or what one of our partners may provide us, right? And the benefit of that is that it's not volume based, right? It's more of a constant flow of rewards. So in order to go in the staking pool, you do not get Croge rewards anymore, right? You're out of that pool, but you do get these other rewards, and some people do choose that based on the APR. It might make sense in certain cases, and obviously it's been a fairly popular thing. We've had up to 30% of our supply locked into these staking pools to get these rewards. And the benefit for the people who do not stake is that their share of the Croge rewards actually gets higher. So we get more Croge rewards for not staking, and these other individuals who choose to stake are actually getting more other types of rewards that also have value too. And so it's just another way we can just keep giving back to our holders, just kind of keep producing value for them too. So
Gotcha. So so the staking will be like a little bit different than the typical staking. Are you saying that like it's going to be like, okay, so like if I were to invest into the project and then stake the tokens, is it like what projects would you be able to earn, or is it like you choose your own, or how would that work?
Did we lose Commander?
Yeah,
He may have fallen out of the chat there.
yeah.
Right,
His Wi-Fi went out.
right now the staking pools, obviously because we are a young token, they kind of change week to week depending on who we
hey, sorry, I
contract
think I
with.
lost you.
Oh, that's all right, Commander. What he was asking was how those staking pools work, as far as like what you're staking for, how long you can stake it, all that good stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, basically, we could define the period of the staking pool, and we just try to, typically we choose about 10 days right now, and that seems to be optimal for, the amount of
Somebody's got
reward
their
that we're able.
There you go. All right, go ahead. You're good.
Was it me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, no, it was echoing real bad, but he turned his mic off, so we're good. Go ahead, brother.
Cool. Yeah, so basically, we're able to define the period of the rewards, and we just try to, typically we choose about 10 days, and we just try to optimize it, right, so that the rate of return is pretty high. We don't want low, annual return rates, right? Like we want high return rates because, everybody wants, it makes sense, right? So 10 days seems to be like optimal for us right now. We would like to increase the period of days, right? That also mean that we need to increase the amount of rewards. And I think that over time, as our volume continues to grow, we'll be able to do so. But I mean, it's flexible. And like I said, it's about 10 days right now. So
Awesome, dude. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool, man. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are interested in staking and interested in rewards. I think what catches my attention the most is the rewards. And the reason why is because you don't have to jack with anything, you just collect, and I love that. I love how a lot of these coins are doing that. And I can tell that a lot of them are kind of following in play. Like, I guess you could say, for instance, you guys, I'm not going to say there's other tokens that didn't do it, but a lot of people are following the pattern of what you guys are doing. And it's smart, and it's a good idea, man, because who doesn't want to just collect? Like, let me give you an example. So say if you go buy $1,000 worth of your coin, baby Croge, and you're just collecting money, and you can sell it. You could buy new Degen plays. You could sell it. You could pay your bills with it. Like, it doesn't matter, but you can still hold the token and still make something out of it. So if you look at it like in a month or 2 month aspect, you should be able to just pay yourself back off your investment. As long as everybody's working and doing what they're supposed to do, I don't see why it wouldn't be a good play.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be 100% honest with you, I think most people who are early investors, we've definitely made more than our initial investments back. And we've definitely made some profit just off the Croge reflections alone. I mean, I know that I've made money off of Baby Croge personally, and I haven't even sold any Baby Croge. I've just been able to, take profit off of the Croge rewards and stuff like that, which has been awesome. And but like you said though, it's just as long as people are willing to work for it, and we have a really good core group of people that we've developed within our community who are just crazy on Twitter and crazy shilling and Telegram and stuff like that, and just the funny memes and stuff like that. And it's like as long as you have those people who are willing to do stuff, I mean, then yeah, right, you keep getting new holders, you keep getting more volume, and then that equates to more rewards, right? So
For sure. I mean, yeah, and I've noticed that too. I mean, you guys turned me up on Twitter. I didn't expect all that, but hats off. You definitely got a badass community, brother. Um, let me ask you this too. So as far as the community goes, as far as the project goes, like, how many mods do you have? Like, where did the contract come from? Is it something you created, or like fill me in on the background stuff? I want to know. I want to know the nitty gritty stuff.
Yeah, I mean the contract itself, yeah, I'm the one who deployed the contract and pretty much did all that type of work. And in terms of like mods and stuff like that, I mean, it all started with about 6 people that I generally was like pretty close with, and we would do a lot of investing together. They're all still around, and then as we've continued to grow too, we've picked up new people and new people who are really helping to contribute. To kind of like the back end stuff, the stuff that people don't see, just the idea making and just the collaboration and just helping execute certain things that I can't do everything on my own, obviously. That's just not how these types of things can be successful. And they've just done a great job at just helping me to do everything basically, right? So we're all trying to work as a team and do that. And so I'd say like there's probably about 6 to 10 people actively involved behind the scenes that that I would say are kind of just depending. Everybody has lives, right? And everybody has a lot of different things going on. So I can't like expect people to commit to like a full-time job or anything like that to this. Even myself, I have a job too. But yeah, 6 to 10 people on average, I would say, are really helping out behind the scenes. And then, we created like a shill group and, like a Baby Croge Army type thing where we have like, I think about 20 people in there. And they've really been helping out too, like I said, with kind of like the shilling and the advertising and different things like that. And, they help come up with ideas. Like I get a lot of just people from the community who DM me in Telegram, and they just have suggestions and other types of things that they would like to see. And I think that's also really helpful because it just gives me new ideas and different things to try and whatnot. I can't keep trying my own ideas, right? Because I need other people's perspectives. So
Yeah, for sure, man. And I feel that too. I own a moving company, so I literally like balance so many things, and it makes it hard. But I feel like at the pace you guys are headed, it could be something similar to my situation. I feel like you guys probably maybe here in the near future might not have to do those type of daily jobs and stuff, and you'll be able to just 100% do Baby Croge if everything goes the way I think it's going to go about it. But I do totally 100% understand, man. It's, you got family, you got things you got to take care of. Everybody has to work. We all can't put in X amount of hours. You'll notice my activity is a little different depending on what's going on. I could be gone a whole week, or I could be on here a whole week. So it's just whatever life throws at you type deal. But I will say, y'all got something badass in y'all's pockets, man. And if y'all keep doing what you're doing, it's definitely it's gonna be big. I'm looking at more of the long-term vision for y'all's project. I could see this being, uh, in the hundreds of millions if y'all continue the way you're doing. Is this something you guys are willing to to push to that level? Like, if things do turn out that way, are y'all going to continue to do that?
yeah, I think I think we've all subscribed to the vision that this could potentially be the next baby Doge, with Croge being the next Doge, right? Being something huge, and we'll keep working at it as long as the community continues to support us. We'll keep at it. I mean, we've been at it for nearly 3 months now. I think I was actually looking at some charts the other day and just looking at other Cronos tokens that started around the same time as us, and just trying to see like where they're at today. And it's like we're like literally one of the only like tokens still out there, us and Croge, really. There's very few that have lasted as long as we have, and I think that just really just demonstrates exactly what I'm saying, is that as long as the community is behind us, we will continue. We will just continue forward, basically. I don't personally plan to stop. I don't think the people around me plan to stop, and I think our community is pretty strong. So, as long as we're all having fun and we're all having a good time, I don't see any reason why, we wouldn't go forward, except, maybe if, the crypto market crashed or something.
For sure, man. And a lot of projects that I've been in personally, they don't realize like it doesn't always have to be about fucking business 24/7. You're allowed to have fun. You're allowed to act up and just have a good time, in the chat. And that, to me, that just brings value to the project. There's so many projects where I see them like they like literally like try to run it like it's a I don't know, man, just crazy. And people don't like that shit. They like to have fun because, I mean, people are investing in it. They're joining the group. They're getting to know you guys. They want to have a little bit of fun. They want to make a connection with y'all. And I think that's pretty cool that you guys are operating that way, because there's a little bit too much of being serious all the time, and that's what most projects do. And you guys have a little bit of both. You guys are chilled back, you're relaxed, and you're also about business. And to me, that creates a better business atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely. And that's just, you got to find a good balance between the two. You got to be a community that people want to be a part of, but at the same time, you still have to, be able to execute and, operate still, right? You still need to, the goal is ultimately to create value, right? And so you just can't lose sight of that. But at the same time, the community is part of the value proposition as well. And so, just trying to balance the two, like you said, is just really important. And, I think we've done very well at that. And I think we're getting better at it as we progress too. So,
Oh yeah, I agree, man. So, what's the all-time high of Baby Croge?
So back maybe about 3 weeks after we launched, we hit nearly 800,000. I believe the number was $780,000 American dollars. If I'm not mistaken, or somewhere really close to there. We hit it and it was crazy. I just remember the hype and the energy in our chat. And I believe when we hit that, we had just gotten called by Venom, and we were like Venom's first Cronos call ever. And just the amount of people coming into our Telegram and on our Twitter and everything, it was just absolutely insane. I think it was a Saturday night or a Friday night, and it was just it was lit. It was awesome. We're definitely trying to get back there and even higher than that, but I just, that's definitely one of my best memories of Baby Croge as well. I think that was, one of the times we had the most fun. So
Hell yeah, dude! Venom's badass. I love his call channel, and I like the energy that he brings to projects. That's pretty cool, man. That's legendary for something that new, for sure. It's just nuts to see what, like, I don't know, man. Like I'm not I haven't been in crypto for the longest ever. I've got a lot of businesses in real life, and crypto's is somewhat new to me. I've been in it for about 6 months, I think, like professionally, I guess you could say. So like for me, it's cool to see, like, that's the most legendary thing you could really have, is if you have big people backing you right off the jump, there's no reason why it won't work out. It's just going to keep growing. And then a lot of people, they make the mistake of looking at the price, or like thinking so many people just want to come in and make a bunch of money that they forget the actual goal behind even investing into a project. And to me, I'm looking like, a year, 2 years, 3 years down the road, seeing what it could be. And this one is definitely it, like you said, as long as the community continues to support, and as long as everybody continues to do their job and not get side distracted and running all over the place, this definitely could be a gold mine for the diamond hand holders, for the people that keep increasing their position and keep working, keep supporting. Yeah, man, it's going to be badass. I love it.
yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate that for sure. Just like you said, just a strong community is everything. And yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100%.
Hell yeah. We got Chucky in the house today. He wanted to ask you some questions as well. Chucky, you there, brother?
Yeah, I'm right here, bro. What's up, Commander?
What's going on, bro?
Man, bullish project, bro. I mean, 700 and something K ATH on a Crow project. I mean, that's insane, bro. That's the kudos, man, for real.
Thanks, bro. I agree. We really have something special here.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I love the comparison, man, of Baby Doge and Doge. Like, I mean, Croge is gonna be huge, and I think you guys are gonna be right there with them. I mean, this is definitely a bullish project, man. I love the team and the community too. It's all there. Um, and y'all got awesome utility, man. So I've been like kind of looking through your utility and stuff like that, just trying to kind of make sense of everything because y'all have a lot going on. I kind of wanted to ask earlier about the Baby Croge Bank because y'all say y'all have staking, right? So how does the Baby Croge Bank fit into it? Is there going to be more utility out of there than just staking, or how's that going to work?
Yeah, so I mean that is, a staking utility, so I don't think that there will be more than just staking on there. But the way that it works, so conceptually is, Baby Croge, basically makes some revenue, right, via marketing and then liquidity provider fees and stuff like that. And so the staking is a way for us. We could buy X type of reward token like Wrapped Crow or USD coin or Wrapped Bitcoin or whatever we want to provide basically, and we can give that essentially back to our holders via the staking and allow them to get that when they forego their Croge rewards, and then the people who don't stake will get higher Croge rewards. And then in addition to that, we've kind of created different opportunities, like we currently have with a new token in Cronos called Baby Hop. We just announced a partnership with them, and we've had partnerships with a few other tokens as well, like Bullish and stuff like that, where they've actually provided their rewards, right? So they provided their token for our holders to stake Baby Croge and earn their token. And in exchange for that, right, the value proposition there is that our holders are now being rewarded in their token, right? So we're getting value from it and we're giving them exposure. We're kind of essentially, supporting their project in a sense too, right? We've now put them on our social media. We've talked about them, right? We've advertised them necessarily to our holders, right? And allowed them to gain a chance to get new investors and new holders as well. And so, it's obviously not guaranteed or anything like that, but I think it's a really good good avenue for newer projects in Cronos to kind of get their word out and things like that. A way for us to create value for our holders. So it's a win-win overall, I believe. It has been fairly popular so far. So yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bullish, bro. It's like a whole kind of rewards ecosystem. And then not only that, one thing I see that you're doing different. So not only do you, correct me if I'm wrong, you get rewards for holding Baby Croge, you get rewarded in Croge, but then you stake, then you get additional rewards.
No, so when you stake, you do not get Croge rewards. You get the reward token of the staking pool.
Okay, whatever the staking pool decides on collecting during that time period or whatever the case may be.
Correct.
Okay, that's awesome.
that
I mean, you're
actually
still
is
getting
true.
double rewards, so
What's that?
I said you're still receiving double rewards whenever you stake. You're receiving rewards for just holding your Croge. You're getting Baby Croge. I mean, for holding Baby Croge, you're getting Croge, and then you stake, and then you're getting whatever reward the staking pool pays out.
Well, no, when you stake, you do not get Croge rewards.
No. Like whatever reward the staking pool pays out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome,
so you
bro.
get
And
one. It's
what
one or
kind
the
of?
other.
Yeah. But for holding though, you receive Croge rewards, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So it's like you get like double rewards if you stake and then you hold. So that's awesome. That's awesome. So what kind of APR are you looking at in the staking pools?
They vary based on the market. I believe we've had as high as a couple thousand%, but as the APR goes up, the attractiveness of the staking pool goes up as well. More Baby Croge then gets deposited into the staking pool, which brings the APR down. I think generally we try to target, probably like 200 to 500% as an adequate amount of reward to provide for the given period. So we try to keep that in mind, do some calculations and see how much we need to provide based on how much we would expect of Baby Croge to be staked. But yeah, like I said, we try to target 200 to 500%. Obviously, we would like more, but just be realistic based on what we can provide or what our partners can provide. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, no, that's awesome rewards still, man. I have some stakes in other projects I'm not going to name here and now. I mean, I maybe only get 10-20% APY. So I mean, that's still 200-500%. That's a pretty decent return.
Yeah, definitely. It can really add up, and especially, if with our partner tokens, they're a lot more volatile, than, for example, like Crow, so if that partner token really starts going up in value, the APR and the return can really, be significant too. So it's kind of a gamble. It's degenerate, I guess. It's like a degen type staking, right? You're getting a degen token, and it could really start mooning, and if it does, I mean, then you're really gonna make out with some profit.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So how is the reward token decided in the staking pool? Like how
Sorry,
does that happen?
can you repeat that question?
In the staking pool, like how is the current reward like token for the staking pool decided? Like how is that selected?
Well, if we have a partner, then obviously the choice is easy. It's their token, right? What they're providing us. But then other than that, I mean, we try to, for the token that we provide, that BabyCroge provides to its holders, we try to switch it up. Ask for community input. We've done Wrapped Crow a few times. We've done Bitcoin. We've done Ethereum. We've done MMF and different things. I mean, we just try to keep it interesting. It has to be, it's ideal that it's a no tax token. So, just a token that you can basically just, trade really simply without any taxes. Then, we get the most value out of it. And so, any big name coin basically.
Okay, that's awesome, bro. Yeah, I just got like one more topic I wanted to cover from my end. I was curious about the Baby Croge flip game. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that, please?
Yeah, definitely. Baby Croge Flip is, it's just a coin flip game. 50-50 odds. Basically you select heads or you select tails, right? If you win your bet, times 1.9. So, the house takes a 5% fee basically. And it's just a fun way. I mean, we have some people who like to gamble and whatnot. It's nothing crazy. We don't get a crazy amount of volume on it, but the reward's gotten pretty big on that. I mean, I think the pool up to one point was like 1,200 Crow, which is pretty awesome. And I think we've generated, maybe about 500 Crow worth of, funds for our marketing wallet. And it's just another way for us to, provide some type of value to the people around us, allow them to, potentially win some Crow back. And, then basically on the flip side, right, it helps us to, fund these staking pools and fund some of our marketing initiatives as well.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely a bullish utility. I mean, it's for fun. Definitely something aspect to it's going to attract people. But even if you play and you lose, you still support the project by playing. So that's awesome, man. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
right, exactly.
Yeah, that game looked pretty fun, man. I didn't really understand what was going on, and I hit it, and I hit like all on the little casino machine. I think I hit like all three of them in a row, but I didn't gamble any. I was like, damn, man, I should have put some money in there.
Oh yeah, that would have you probably would have hit the jackpot.
I hit all three of them. I don't know what the little symbols are, but I hit all three of them in a row, and I was like, damn it. And then right after that, somebody posted that y'all was doing a game, and I was like, man, I should have put the 30 Crow in or whatever it was.
Next time.
Is he
It's time.
is he referring to the slot machines? Because that's actually a separate thing that we have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so the
yeah,
slot
that's what
machine is different than the flip.
So what's the slot machines?
So the slot machine is something new that we're trying, and it just came, from the suggestion from, one of my developer friends from another community. He said that he was doing it in his community, and we should check it out. So basically, it's a Telegram bot, right, where you send Crow to a contract, right, and then basically it spins a slot machine, and you have, some type of odds to win a certain prize, in Baby Croge, right? So the machine will then buy Baby Croge and distribute it to you. And it's like a typical slot machine. There's different reward levels with different odds and different risks. I haven't seen anybody, hit the jackpot yet. There's definitely been some people trying, and and it's a revenue share model too, though. So we actually get 10% of the Crow of all winnings to our marketing wallet, which is just like I said, it's just another way for us to, allow our community to have fun, have a chance to win. Right now I believe it's like a 7 billion Baby Croge bag, which is a little bit less than half of a maximum bag of Baby Croge for a 30 crow spin, right? So that's what,
So
$6
what do you have to
to.
hit though? I'm confused. Do you have to hit 3 of the same numbers to win, or is like what is it?
Well, I mean, there's different payouts based on different, combinations. It's like a normal slot machine, right? There's different ways to win different amounts. I believe the jackpot he said is, 777. So you'd have to hit the 777. The guy who runs the slot machine was actually in our chat last night, asking some, answering some questions that people had and things like that. I mean, but it's like going to a casino playing a slot, right? You might hit like 3 lemons or 2 lemons in a wild or something, or whatever. I mean, there's just 1,000 different ways to win, right? With all different reward amounts. It's kind of a similar concept.
I love stuff like that. I'm a gambler, so I like to go to the casinos and play slots. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so basically it just stacks up into a wallet, and then somebody eventually will hit it, and then the project benefits off it a little bit by getting some of them for marketing, and then whoever hits it gets a big old bag of coins.
Yeah, exactly, right. So it's a chance that to get a really big bag of Baby Croge for a relatively low amount. Obviously, you got to be a little bit lucky though to really hit the big amount. But I've seen some people make a 30 crow bet and get 150 crow worth of Baby Croge too. I've also seen them make 30 crow bet and get nothing. Right? It's a risk, right? But it's fun and people like to gamble and it plays to those senses, and it's just another way we can just drive some camaraderie and just some community within our
Yeah,
group.
it's
So.
fun. I mean, it's something fun, and I mean, I think most people that are in new low cap coins, they're most of them are gamblers anyway, so it's like right up everybody's alley, really.
Right.
You know?
Right, definitely.
But
And if
yeah, that's pretty cool, man. So I was gonna say, if you have anybody that's a part of the team or an investor or somebody that supports the project, if anybody wants to step up and just say anything about the project, whether it's something about the project or whether it's just speaking good on them or whatever your opinion is, now's a cool time to do that.
I'll step up, man. I'll step up. I want to throw in there on that slot machine too, man. One of the really cool things about it is whether you hit the jackpot or whatever combination it is that you hit, you do get paid out in the Baby Croge. So because you're getting paid out in the Baby Croge, that means that this slot machine is now buying Baby Croge, which drives volume for the chart, right? Um, and that helps us out with volume for rewards and staking and everything else. And there's many of people that may not even want to buy Baby Croge, but they want to play slot machines, and so they're going to come in there and they're going to drive volume to the chart, even if they don't want to, buy Baby Croge. And it
Yeah.
keeps our chat active, which is very, very important in the crypto sphere, right? Because if you jump into a chat and nobody's ever talking and nobody's ever there, then you start to get bad feelings about that coin. So I really like the way that slot machine works out with driving the volume and driving the chat. But as far as I go, man, I'm really, really bullish on crypto.com itself. And obviously CrogeCoin. I 100% believe that Croge will be the next Doge. Like it's just going to happen. The fact of the matter is, I don't know how many are involved with crypto.com, but crypto.com is spending the money. Crypto.com is got the crypto.com arena. They have the F1 contract. They have the what is that? The World Cup for the FIFA, the soccer contract. So they're getting all these big sports contracts, and that creates a lot of what I call impressions, right? A lot of people that see us, and if you were to talk to say a friend of yours, and your friend has never been into crypto before, and he says to you, "Hey, what's some good crypto sites that I can go to?" You're going to say, well, there's crypto.com, there's, a trust wallet, there's this, there's that. And the one name that sticks is crypto.com because it's just the easiest name. So when they get into crypto.com and they start to discover the DeFi world, they're naturally going to go to crypto.com's DeFi app. And when they get to the DeFi app, Croge is the number one coin there. And that's why I really just believe that with the great team that Croge itself has and the contracts that or the partnerships that they're creating and the way that they're pushing that, um, it's got to be number one. And we have so much support from their team. Like they may not, sit in our chat and say, hey, we're all about Baby Croge. I mean, they have their own coin that they have to support, but they do support our chart and they support our vision and they support us on Twitter and everything else. So
Yeah.
If you're bullish on crypto.com, I think, being in the whole Croge family is really well. And I really enjoyed that. We're all a big, almost a big family. A lot of us that have started, because you asked us about long term, and are we willing to take it to the millions or hundreds of millions even. We went up to 700K, and we're still here, even though we're down at 100K. And as a matter of fact, I think a lot of us even rode this thing from 700K down to like 40K. I think we bottomed out before we started to really come back. So we definitely have that long term vision.
For sure, man. And that's what it takes though. It's like people, like I was saying earlier, it's like people freak out when the price goes down. It's a part of crypto. Like you can run around and you can buy 1,000 different coins, but if you just put your time into a couple of them, you'll come out better. That's why so many people have bad negative experiences about cryptos, because they bounce around too much. I mean, you could spend $1,000 buying degen plays, or you could put $1,000 into something that'll 1,000x. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of like my outlook on it.
Winslow, speaking of 1000X, man, that's one of the really cool things that I love about Cromander and the team is that, we're really not scared of other coins, right? Matter of fact, we like to support them, like he was talking about with Baby Hop, and if we're paying out in Baby Hop, and then Baby Hop becomes something, then your rewards 1000X as well. So we really like to work with these other coins, and we want to see Crow as a whole be able to grow. And I think that's one of the reasons we really enjoy supporting some of these other coins, so that way our whole entire
Sure,
community
man.
can grow. Because
And
obviously,
in my opinion, the
we can't
Cronos
grow
network is going to be huge.
Yeah. And bringing people to the Crow network, whether they come for Baby Hop or whether they come for another coin, when they get here, they'll see us and they'll want to be a part of us. So I think it's extremely smart of Cromander and everybody to support some of these coins.
Awesome, man. Great feedback. I like it when I hear the community backing up the people, man. Do we got anybody else in here that wants to say anything or step up to the mic?
Yeah.
I got
Hi
I got
everyone.
something. I'll go next.
Okay.
All
Hi
right, brother.
everyone. Anyway, I just want to say a
Yeah.
bit on with regard to the Kronos
Just want.
network first. Before now, I think there was a time when Kronos network took over. I think Pancake Swap in terms of volume. I think and the launches. However, after some months, let's say a few months after, then things got, let's say, a bit messy because the crypto.com decided to stop, I think, staking, and made that was the reason why they let the price of the Cronos, Cronos, let's say, plummeted. My concern, I'm also still bullish on the Cronos network. However, my concern is the low volume of the Cronos network. That is why I'm thinking that if a token that is built on the currency network has to be, I think, is supposed to be, let's say, bridged to other networks so that volumes will be increased. That is what I was thinking. So did the team, let's say, prefer to, bridge to other networks, or the team has not such a plan? By the way, I'm happy that the Baby Croge has a lot of utilities, and it's something that the team should be commended for. Thank you.
For sure, man. But you also got to take into consideration, like, and this is something that I take practice in my own business life, minus crypto, is that whenever the market's fucked up and whenever everything is terrible, like everything's down, that's when the smart people come in and buy. You know what I mean? So let me give you an example. Like with my moving company, there's times where gas is $5 a gallon, and there's times where it's $2 a gallon. Well, see, a smart person, they would go buy up all the gas that they can while it's cheap and save it for whenever the hard times come. And that's kind of like how millionaires, and that's kind of like how a lot of people panic and they see the downside in things. But when all reality, it's actually a blessing. Like, I'm just going to give you an example. Like, people complain about Saitama and about all these other projects because they're down, but in reality, they should just be quiet and buy more, because it's that's what all the rich people do. They take advantage of what's going on in the market, and they see everybody fighting. They see everybody saying like, "Oh, why is this happening?" But they're all buying our nonsense. So, yeah, I feel you, bro. Like, I understand it's concerning, and I get it. Like, it's definitely concerning for the modern day investor, but I think that this is just my opinion. I could be 100% wrong. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like personally, since I've been in crypto, I've never seen anything more exciting than the Cronos network. And one of the reasons why is because it's easy to buy for Americans. I live in Texas. I don't have to explain to people they got to swap their BNB into another BNB and then swap it back into something else and make a trade. Like, it's so easy. You just go to crypto.com, you buy your damn crow, and you swap that shit. So it's like, me personally, I haven't found anything easier to use. We are at baby stages with it, but with time, with anything, everything has to be watered. Everything has to be, you know, treated well for it to grow. But I feel like all of us together, we're getting together, we're making things happen. I mean, look at what we're all doing together, man. We're making history. We're getting together and we're doing what we're supposed to do, which is unite and actually make it work. And that's what they need us to do. And I think we're all doing a great job of it. And we got a really great project, a very big investment opportunity for people with Baby Croge. And I don't know, I think you guys will support that.
You mind if I comment on that?
Sure, go ahead.
Because one of the things I kind of want to point out, because obviously it is, a little bit concerning that the Crow network is going
Mike's
down
just a little bit low.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. No, I was just going to say, I know there's definitely people that are concerned with the slowness of the Crow network right now. But at the same time, if you go back to our chart, right, and you go back to, say, mid-April, when everybody started to go downhill, you can actually see that we've had steady growth since mid-April. I mean, we've been more stable than USD, right? So, I mean, um, if you go back to mid-April and you look till now, you can actually look at the chart in a couple different ways. You can look at it in the crow, or you can actually look at the USD value. And we're actually showing growth in a bear market when our basically our Bitcoin crow is going down, and I believe crow definitely affects the price of us. So it's almost like, we have somebody holding our head underwater, but at the same time we're surfing on the waves.
Yeah, definitely to Commander again, but to interject on Brian's point, if you do switch your chart to the perspective of the wrapped crow price versus the USD price, I mean, we're actually growing, right? And then when you go back to the USD chart, you see the way that the overall market is bringing us down. And I know the other guy mentioned, about crypto.com and just the low volume and whatnot. And obviously, yeah, the volume is visibly lower than, let's say, BSC or Ethereum, or, I'm not really sure what Solana's like. I don't really mess around on there too much, but, and obviously crypto.com will have its hurdles that it needs to overcome. But the price of Crow has generally followed, the overall market, right? I know Solana's down about 50%, what Bitcoin was at 45,000 and now it's hovering around 29, 30,000, things like that, right? And so in comparison, the price of Crow, they may have made their little mishap with the staking that caused a short-term dump for them a little bit, but overall, it is still generally following the rest of the market. And I think that when the market recovers, the volume will come back into DeFi in general. I know that BSC volume is lower than it was, albeit it is higher than what Crows currently is, right? And stuff like that. But when the market recovers, right, the money will start coming back. I mean, DeFi is not going anywhere. If anything, DeFi will keep getting bigger. And, that is where crypto.com will continue to grow, right? They'll be able to onboard new users and things right now. It just, the problem is right now is, we're just some degenerate gamblers, kind of like Winslow said earlier, right? And we're still around these DeFi spaces, and eventually, more degenerate gamblers will come out of the woodwork looking for their next 1000x. And, as a token in Cronos that has established itself that will position us very well to be a dominant token in Cronos and have that name recognition when people start coming back. They will think, oh, Croge, oh, Baby Croge, right? And we will have that intrinsic value, related to that as well. So, just keep establishing ourselves, keep providing utility, keep growing our community as much as we can. And I think that when things recover, we'll be in a really good spot. So
Hell yeah, I agree
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
most
think
definitely, y'all.
okay.
Well,
Can I?
we got about 5 minutes left here. Is there anybody else that wants to ask any questions?
Okay, I think I need to add a little. Yeah, I had especially what you have said with regard to, let's say, approach, and
You're
I'm
echoing real.
100%
You're echoing
bullish
real bad,
on.
brother.
I, I'm saying I had a lot of all that you have said with on Croge, and let's say 100% bullish on Croge. In fact, it is one of the few projects that I'm still bullish on, because I do believe in the, let's say, with and the dedication of the team. They are trying their best. The team are trying their best to, let's say, to run the tokens smoothly, and they are coming up with a lot of things every day. That is why I'm still very bullish on the Croge. And let's say if the market recover, when the Croge goes up, when Croge goes up, definitely the Baby Croge would also go up. Therefore, that is also bullish for the Baby Croge. Yeah, but I think that is one thing, you are talking about, let's say, having crypto.com account in America is one of the easiest things to do. But it's contrary, let's say, quite contrary in our continent. Sometimes I opened up, I think, a crypto.com account for almost, let's say, a month or more for almost 3 months, but still I'm yet to be verified, because their process of verification is a little bit, let's say, straight. So I even sent them a message, but still they did not to consider it. They did not make any changes. So I was still telling myself, why is this crypto.com network doing this? Is it meant for Americans, or that means there is something missing? Thank you.
I mean, I think it's meant for everybody. I guess what I was touching on earlier, it's just easier for. I'm not trying to I guess say that only this type of people can be a part of it or anything like that. I'm just getting at a point like for somebody like me, or somebody that lives in Texas, like we have a lot of regulations as far as crypto goes, because I mean, Texas is blowing up in crypto, but it is very new for us. And like, I guess to answer your question, Bull, is like it's a little easier for us here in Texas on crypto.com. Like for somebody that's a complete noob, doesn't know anything about crypto or anything like that, it would be easier for me to show them how to use crypto.com than it would be to show them how to use crypto.com, buy BNB, send it to their trust wallet, do this, so it's just an easier process. Does that help you out with what I'm trying to get at, or am I off topic?
to your point, Winslow, I mean, crypto.com is not the only way to get Crow. I know that at the beginning of Cronos, there wasn't very many bridging options and it was very hard. But, I actually don't always fund my Cronos account from crypto.com either. Sometimes I go through Coinbase or through Binance as well, just kind of depending on, where I might have some assets to move and whatnot. Right. And now more than ever, it's super easy just to bridge, right? You can take your BSC, for example. You can have Cronos within 5 minutes just via bridging and whatnot. So you actually do not need crypto.com to get Cronos anymore. So if you are having trouble onboarding onto the crypto.com system, there are other ways to obtain, Crow basically and be part of the crypto.com ecosystem. I can't comment on obviously why you might not be getting accepted onto crypto.com. I mean, that's certainly something, but there are international regulations and different things. I'm sure, depending on wherever you live, I mean, there's probably following the rules, right?
For sure. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, Chucky was telling me about that. I know. he was telling me about bridging it and all that. I'm just stuck in my ways. But yeah, for sure. I definitely need to check those out.
Yeah, you know, Binance is banned in the United States, the exchanges. I mean, you can trade BNB, but you can't go to a Binance exchange and buy it.
Well, there's Binance US.
Yes.
But it is different.
Yeah, I
Whoever's
mean, it's
echoing,
still going to
mute your mic.
crypto.com is going to be, yeah, someone's really echoing bad. Yeah, so I mean, but still, you know, crypto.com is you know, American product is going to be easier for Americans to access to, and the only, you know, larger significance of that, the American market is probably one of the largest consumers of crypto. So I mean, it's really bullish when you know, crypto.com really blows up. So I think Pro is going to be looking good in the future, especially World Cup. 2.5 billion people are going to see it on their TV screen. You know, not just in the U.S. but the world. This network is going to grow, and when it does, it's going to happen pretty fast.
I would mention though that if you're new to the whole crypto space, I like to purchase from crypto.com DeFi myself. One of the biggest reasons being like Coinbase is an exchange, right? As opposed to a DeFi. And when it's not an exchange, if that exchange goes down, I think it was Coinbase that said that. But if the exchange goes down, they're going to take everybody with them. So if you have your stuff on an exchange, it's not actually your coin until you get it off of that exchange. Which is why I like to stay into the DeFi world, because when it's in the DeFi world, it's yours.
Yeah, that is cool. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. Well, hey, guys, I'm just going to give Cromander a minute to just to talk for about 30, 40 seconds and just speak on how he feels about everything. We're going to go ahead and close it up. I appreciate you guys so much for being here, man.
Yeah, definitely. Just definitely thank everybody who you know, came in to listen, and those who came in with comments and questions and whatnot. You know, certainly very bullish on you know, Croge and Baby Croge as well. And you know, we'll continue to produce results and support our partners, and you know, push the growth as long as you guys support us. And we're not planning on going anywhere. So you know, hopefully, if you're not already a part of Baby Croge, that you are, you know, want to become a part of now, or if you have any further questions or whatnot, feel free to join our Telegram and, you know, ask your questions. You know, there's always somebody there to help you, if not myself, or send us a direct message too. You know, whatever works. But definitely, you know, I want to thank you guys all for participating.
Hell yeah. I appreciate you, Cromander. I appreciate you, Bull, for your questions. I appreciate all you guys that have been in here. There was another guy in here talking, but it kept showing somebody else that was talking. Was that you, Brian? Who was talking before?
That may have been me, yeah, Brian, that was speaking.
Okay, yeah. Your voice, it wasn't showing on my phone, but I appreciate you, brother, for the questions. I appreciate you, Chucky, for being here and helping me out with everything. You guys go ahead, check out Baby Croge. It's going to be legendary, and you guys have a good night, all right?
All right. Thanks, Winslow. Thanks, Chucky, for your guys' time.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Have a good night.